Hi, I'm Julie Wilkins with Julie Wilkins Yoga, and I'm going to demonstrate today a yoga standing series of poses using the support of a chair. So just get your mat out and make sure to place a chair on the mat so that it stays stable for you. Okay, so we'll start in standing position, mountain pose, right at the chair. Take our hands to the chair, set our feet flat on the earth, parallel, lift our toes, plant down, stand up nice and tall, and just take a moment here to close your eyes. Feel that line of energy just right through the center of the body, especially those of you who have scoliosis or have had spine fusions and have curvatures of the spine. Don't focus on that. Instead, just focus on the energy centers of the midline of the body, just going right up from the lower belly to the mid belly to the heart to the throat and actually up the back of the eyes and the center of the head. And just stand there and breathe in that for a moment as you come into your space and into your practice. Deep inhale and deep exhale. And then we'll step back to our first pose, a downward dog with the chair. So you're going to step back, hold the chair. I like to keep my fingers spread instead of holding the chair, so it's similar to as if I was weight bearing on the ground. I'm going to step back and take my feet hip width apart and parallel. Stretch my arms really long and bring my head, my ears level with my arms. I'm going to bend my knees slightly. Charge up my legs with strength and power and energy, and then move my thigh bones back in space as I slowly straighten my legs, but keep stretching the chest and heart forward, arms forward. I may take a minute here to lift or move my right hip back, left hip back, and just get a nice long stretch of the side body, especially the side that's a little shorter. For me, that's the right side. Breathe into that space. And then as I gently come up to stand, I'm going to step my left foot forward right under my chair, back foot flat into a warrior one with the support of the chair. So I'm going to lunge into the pose, support myself on the chair. I'm either going to keep my hands out or actually hold the sides of the chair if I need more stability here. Really anchor through my back leg really strong, and then engage my lower belly and stand nice and tall, and maybe lift my right arm and stretch a little taller here, keeping my legs strong and steady. Inhale as I stretch up, and exhale to come to stand. Switch sides. Step back, turn my foot flat at a 45 degree, and you'll feel a stretch of the back Achilles and calf here. Anchor through the back leg really strong. Even lean forward and press into that back leg. Tuck my tailbone under, lower belly, lunge. Left arm if I choose to lift up. And breathing here. Warrior one. And then step forward once again. Now I'm going to take a warrior two. So I'm going to step my back foot back and turn my hips now square to the side while I stabilize myself with the chair. I'm going to lunge into the pose. Spine is straight, just right up that center line of the body. And maybe I can go for full warrior two here, but the chair is available for support if I need it. I'm going to inhale and straighten my front leg and pause. Lift my toes and make my legs really strong, and take a supported triangle with the chair. So I'll take my left hand to hold the chair, maybe even bringing it a little closer to me so I can really weight bear into it. Top arms at my hip, my feet did not move from the warrior two position. I'm going to tuck my tailbone under, draw my shoulder on my back, and if I choose, I'll stretch this top arm up and just extend out in every direction. Still, my spine, if you notice, is in one straight line. So this is a safe pose for those with fusions. It's not requiring twisting or forward bending or back bending. The spine is in a straight line, and there's a lot of work going on here in the legs. I'll come out of the pose safely and gently, holding onto the chair. And then change sides for my warrior two on the other side. Breathing always, feeling my strength. And then we'll take triangle pose. I'll stabilize on the chair. Take my top arm, shoulder on my back, tailbone under, stretch it up. Look up to my top hand. This is if I choose to. Breathe and stretch. And so if you're doing these at home, I would try to hold each pose, each standing pose, working up to a good 30 seconds or even a minute. Great strengthening work. So I'm now going to turn my chair the other way, make sure it's secure on my mat. We'll take a couple more standing poses. So I'll take my right foot back, not quite as far as my warrior stances, maybe a little closer in because I want to keep straight legs here. And notice how my hips are square to the chair. And I'm going to stretch my arms forward, hold the chair, and find this pose, which is pyramid pose. Stretch my legs strong, move my thigh bones back so I get a nice stretch of the hamstring. Extend my hands as long as I can. Nice flat back. Once again, great for those that have had fusions or have rods. You can keep that straight spine, toning belly, breathing here. And so I may hold this pose for a good, with a timer for 30 seconds to a minute. Carefully step forward and change sides. So legs are straight. Back foot is flat at about a 45-degree angle, like my toes are pointing to the top left corner of the mat. Squeeze my legs in together to keep my hips square to the chair. And then I'll just flat back, hinge forward, hands to the chair. I'm feeling a deep stretch here already. And so I'll hold here and breathe, toning the belly, giving myself lots of support for the lower back. And then carefully come up, step together, mountain pose. Namaste.